Yeah, big welcome to you, my dear Libra. The sun is now in Sagittarius, our guardian angel. The old card shows us Archangel Michael, and the Hebrew word for this card is Samek, and Samek is the tent pole. And he himself represents this tent pole, the wings, the protection that a tent is giving us, and the infinite pouring of the Two of Cups from the Lovers, from Gemini, because Gemini is opposite of the Sagittarian energy. The yoga card that I made for this is the forward bend, the looking deep within, the diving into the deep subconscious, into the ocean, and finding the light within so that we can go through this energy up to our own guardian angel. Here is Jupiter, the planet of Sagittarius. Here we have Scorpio, and this is Capricorn. So we go and dive deep down to find the spine, to find through the spine within ourselves the higher consciousness, which is then our own guardian angel. Now the sun is highlighting the moon, which is stationing in your sign, in Libra, in justice, or in preciseness, as Aleister Crowley says it so beautifully. He doesn't say nature is just. Nature is not just. Nature is precise. Nature is exact. And that's why I drew this card in a way that you have to hold your own justice on your fingertips in front of your heart when you bring the right and the left palm together. When you stand on your tiptoes, on the symbol itself of Venus. Here the pillars, the big pillars of time, the moon, the waning, the waxing moon, the sword that comes down, the clarity that comes down from the sun into your third eye. And all of this is not attached to anything. It's attached only to you. If you are not in your center, it will fall. And down here, the people realizing that this energy above them is influencing them. So the moon is right now 12.2% full, which means it's really just a crescent perspective of it. And 12.2% is the number 5. And Sagittarius is the number 5. And it's very interesting because I have this application or this website where they show me how it's shifting. And I have it on so that when I look down once in a while, I can see that it shifted even within the reading, that the moon is already less and less visible. So right now it's 12.2% full. I mean, it's really a thin sliver. It's on the 4th of December we have the new moon. And this combination between now Sagittarius and you are cardinal. You begin conversations. You are the one that initiates to talk about things in an honest way. And Sagittarius is all about experience. And this experience to talk honestly about our feelings, to talk honestly about what is really going on, because Sagittarius is someone that is wise because of Jupiter, Jupiter is the planet of wisdom. Jupiter is the planet that gives us miracles and the spiritual awareness and philosophy. And you have Venus, right? Venus is the lovers, Venus is the beauty, Venus is harmony. And that's a very interesting combination because Sagittarius is mutable. Sagittarius is the end of fall. So Sagittarius end things and you begin things. So there is a very interesting combination that is speaking to you. Now I changed the way I'm doing my reading. I mixed these cards together, this deck with this deck, and make it one big deck. But interestingly enough, today only of the Lightseer Tarot came out because I shuffle until the cards jump out. And I have only one of the Miracle. So I have 9 cards lying here. And I want to get one Creativity Oracle, which is a very beautiful deck. And it says here, Visions of Enchantment to guide and inspire magic makers. This I will do right here in front of the camera. Oh, usually they really jump out. Yeah, there it is. Usually they jump out quite with the first shuffle because they're a little slippery. They're new, so, and they're a little bit crooked, so I have to bend them. Okay, this is the card. Look into it and see how you feel when you look at this. I also am not looking at the word that is associated to this card. I'm looking at it. And that's what I do. I want to be inspired not just by the words, but by how it makes me feel. Or how this combination of fabric, right? This is what they do. They use fabric and created these very intricate cards. Capable. Number 30. 3 and zeros. 3 is the Empress. 0 is a new beginning, the Fool. You can deal successfully with whatever challenges and circumstances arise. Capable. You're capable. So you're capable of everything that comes into your way, because this is how spirit works. We only get what we're capable of handling. And yes, some situations are quite brutal from the beginning. Some childhoods are not beginning quite beautifully. Nevertheless, the power to overcome even very difficult situations, it lies in each human being's potential. Each human being has the potential to free themselves even from the fact that you are Libra. In Ayurveda, they tell us that in meditation you transcend your constitution, which is Vata, Pitta, Kapha, right? It's like it's a whole science there. And they say that you can even transcend that, or the time that you're born, and maybe that's why you have all the difficulties, or it's in this lifetime that you're clearing things and you are here to experience this pain or whatever it is that you're experiencing. So you're capable, right? And you can deal successfully with whatever challenges and circumstances arise. Now, the first card is the Sun in Scorpio, the Six of Cups. And that's childhood memories. Now, I didn't say that because I saw that card. I just go back into the beginning. How does a child begin its life? It's controlled by circumstances. And the circumstances back then seem unfair because you're so small and so little. You depend on these adults. And these adults were children at one point and also had to go through whatever they had to go through, and they're still conditioned and put their conditioning onto you. Now here, this is a beautiful memory of a child, and then we see how this person has grown, and the dog has grown, and this friendship has grown. So it's quite a enjoyable memory that is coming up here. And you don't really have a difficulty here. Though after comes then right away the Seven of Cups. So there is something deep in your subconscious that you have to look at, because you have the Six of Cups and now comes the Seven, and you can let go of all these Six of Cups and just focus on this one, on the seventh. Seven is the crown chakra. Seven is the higher consciousness. And if we count them together, 6 and 7, what number does that make? A 13. And the 13 becomes then a 4. A stability in your emotions, a stability that you can handle, and like it says, you can deal successfully with whatever challenges and circumstances arise. Now this is a challenge. This is an emotional challenge to pick and to know in the end all these are just illusions. But like I said, you are called, you are challenged, and of course you are called and you are capable of doing so, to look deep within, to look through the forward bend into your life, into your past, and see clearly that you can let go of, yes, here they look very happy, but there could also be some unhappy times. And you are focusing now on the 7th cup, which is the higher consciousness, right? That's what I see right now at the beginning, right? I mean, this is a story that is unfolding here within my head, and sometimes I have to navigate myself through it, right? It's not easy to just like find the story. But the next 2 cards that come up is the Fool, and that's the 0 here, right? The 0 here that says begin new, begin to let go, begin to let go of all the 6 memories, focus only on the 7th. which is the higher consciousness, and that higher consciousness is then able to drop into the flower of life. And when you drop into the flower of life, you begin new, fresh start. You begin fresh to then realize that everything is coming and going, that this 6 is this infinite awareness of memories come and go, material things come and go, and you with each exhale drop into the field of consciousness, into the field of all possibilities, and that you are able to reconstruct yourself with every breath. That when I give, I can take, right? And so the 2 6s here are somehow framing the dropping into this beautiful ocean of all possibilities, and the possibilities are infinite. As you can see, there's an infinite amount of giving and taking, and an infinite amount of memories stored in your subconscious. And while you're dropping in, these memories can become again something more tangible, but you are able or wanting to let go of them, because that's what we do to liberate ourselves, to free ourselves. That's the work. That's the true work. Now, the next 2 cards then is here the Chariot and Moon in Libra. So your card, Minor Arcana card, has come up. Moon in Libra today. So this is the Major Arcana, right? This is justice. And you have the waning and the waxing moon here on a pedestal, on a pillar, on a fixed energy that is giving us an understanding that duality, which is also here in the Chariot. You have the white and the black horse. And the only way to lead these 2 horses into one direction is through the third eye, through the number 6. And you have here the 6, right? You have here the clearing of your childhood, and then the understanding of everything comes and goes, giving and taking, infinite giving and taking. Then you have here the 7 of Cups, which is connected with the number 7 here. So you have 2 7s here as well. So you have 2 6 and 2 7s. Down below in my description, you can have a look at the dates. First of all, I didn't show you your court card. This is the Queen of Swords. You are this queen if your birthday is between September 12th and October 12th. This is the classical Queen of Swords for Libra. If your birthday is before or after, please look in the description below, because I have listed all of them, right? And you do have only one bird, and you do have clouds from your hips on down, because all queens are water, and water and air, they create clouds. So sometimes she's clouded from down here, from the hips down. So the 7 of Cups into or connected with the Chariot. So you have 2 7s and 2 6. I have in the description box below the double numbers and the meaning to it. So 2 times 6, 2 is always the creativity and your sexuality. 2 times 6 and 2 times 7, which is then a creativity and an awareness in the third eye, and a creativity in your 7th chakra, in your crown chakra. And you are looking at this 1 cup, and this 1 cup is saying, go and find your center. Stop being constantly between right and left. Bring yourself into your center, because that's what Libra's dilemma is. Libra cannot make a decision. Libra is constantly in the scale, right? So the balance in itself, or the scale that she's standing on, it's you. You have to, here in the old card, right? She holds the sword, and here she holds the scale. But I made that scale being dependent on your fingertips, on your own choices of the heart. So here you are being challenged, and this is what this card is saying. There is 1 horse up here, and look where the horse is going. The horse is going up, and you're down here. So you lost your horse, and you fell, maybe. But like the card is saying, you're capable, and you can successfully deal with whatever challenges and circumstances arise. So there are challenges and circumstances because you have a big question within yourself, and you always have that. Now, this is just a mental thing. This is a thought. Now, if you have a thought like that in your head, the only way to get away from it is becoming active, is to create something with a wand, right? The action of doing something. If you question a situation, do something, go out, go for a walk, cook something, clean the apartment, actively do things, and you will start, then when you look at the question again, have hopefully the answer right away. So the Chariot is coming and telling you to bring yourself into your center. Bring these 2, should I not, right? Bring them together through the 3rd eye, through letting go of your past thoughts and energies, and letting the 7th chakra to take over, right? Not because you're not seeing in here really what it is that you want. You again have to pick. You're picking all the time. You don't know emotionally which one feels right for you. So you're in a dilemma. You are constantly in this dilemma. I mean, this is your card. This is you. You are constantly wondering, should I or should I not? After that comes Taurus, the Hierophant, and the 10 of Cups, right? So very obviously you are taking this by heart, and you're saying, okay, I am responsible for my own happiness. I am the one that is finding the understanding of what happened back then in my childhood. I am responsible for everything that is happening in my life, because my energy field is what attracts. And you are working on yourself, you are shifting, you are understanding the work, and because you're understanding the work, you are creating here the same 8, this infinite cycle of giving and taking. And here again there is like a feeling of an 8, and the 10 of Cups is Mars in Pisces, and Mars in Pisces is saying active, go for an emotional satisfaction that only you can create if you choose to go there. If you take this capability that is within all of us to the next level, and you say, I am finding a new beginning. I am finding a higher consciousness. You have 3 major arcanas. You have a Cancer and you have a Taurus here. Now, the new beginning is speaking to you as that higher spiritual new beginning, inspired by dropping into the pool of all possibilities, by saying yes to a higher consciousness. And you are getting, because of that, the 10 of Cups. Now, one more card came out, which was from the Oracle of Mystical Moments. And again, this is a 7. And this is Abracadabra. Now, very interesting. In Aleister Crowley's Cancer card, up in the arch stands the word Abrahadabra. Not Abracadabra, but Abrahadabra. And Abrahadabra is the word that the magician would say. And you can see how the magician is pointing to the stars. The magician has that infinite spiral of the Nautilus shell. And here you are, through Cancer, starting a new chapter, right? You're starting this new chapter. You're starting to go forward, and you say, you do want to shift your life around. You do want to start new. You do want to bring yourself to this higher consciousness, to this place of, I am now in control, and it's not my parents, or it's not my past, it's not the horse that is running away, it's me. Here I am, finding the power, finding a letting go, so that I can move upwards. And all of that is bringing you, wow, to the Wheel of Fortune, to the 10, or the Wheel of Fortune, the number 10 in the major arcanas, and that is Sagittarius, connected as well to the planet Jupiter, because the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. Jupiter is the one that gives us an awareness of that everything is spinning, everything is coming and going, everything is constantly in a shifting, in a choice, in picking the one thing, in letting go, in growing and growing and growing. There's this infinite growth cycle in making a choice. Am I going right? Am I going left? Which way do I go? In the end, both of them are right. It's not one that is right. All of them are right. And that the third eye, that central eye, is the one that leads you then up to your own higher consciousness, to your own ladder, up to where you can bring yourself, and you can be laughing, you can be in an environment, you can be with a group of people, right? You can be with people that are like-minded, that are like you, and that are not stuck in their past lives or in their past memories. So here you are, standing on top here of the Wheel of Fortune, and you know that everything is coming and going, and that there's always the two sides, right? There's a white and a black. And that being up here, you can look down at the two choices and realize both of them are right. There's not one that is better than the other. And so this is the ending, right? This is the ending of your reading. Here you are, dropping into the field of all possibilities, which is then up here the stars, and already the wheel is spinning again. A chapter is closing, and the chapter is saying, yes, you were capable of successfully deal with the challenges that came up, the challenge to make a decision, right? The challenge to make a decision. The same thing, making a decision. Make the decision, it doesn't matter. Take the decision, just take action. Do it, because no matter how you make a decision, both of them are right. Always. Both of them bring you then, and the wheel will spin. If you spin this way or if you spin that way, it doesn't matter. It spins. Yeah? Wow. Very interesting. So no matter what decision you take, it will bring you to this very beautiful understanding of the Wheel of Fortune, of philosophy, of that everything has an up and down, a right and a left. And that's exactly what you are. You constantly tiptoeing between right and left, holding yourself in balance, holding yourself accountable to looking deep within yourself and understand the system, understand the learning through that. Wow. Beautiful, powerful, right? So I hope I see you in the next reading. That's when the sun is in Capricorn, which is here, right? So we're in Sagittarius going to Capricorn next month. And until then, I thank you so much for watching. Namaste.